The economy isn't just slowing down, it's in free fall, and the warning signs are everywhere. From cardboard boxes to desperate home equity loans, 6 economic indicators are screaming the same message. The recession has already begun. While government data refuses to officially call it a recession, reality on the ground tells a different story. Cardboard box production plummeting. Hamburger Helper sales surging. Workers too terrified to switch jobs. In 2025, America faces a silent economic crisis crushing the middle class, while the wealthy barely feel the impact. The numbers don't lie, and the evidence is undeniable. The Cardboard Box Index, the first indicator, reveals a troubling truth about consumer demand. Cardboard box production, once used by former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan as a key economic metric, has collapsed. More than 75% of all non-durable goods are shipped in corrugated cardboard boxes, making this industry a direct mirror of consumer spending. In 2025, box makers have shut down 9% of domestic production capacity, the steepest pullback since the 2008 financial crisis. Several factories have permanently closed their doors, and the ones still operating are reducing capacity. This isn't a minor correction. It's a signal that retailers expect significantly fewer products to sell in the coming months. The math is simple. Fewer boxes mean fewer shipments. Fewer shipments mean consumers are buying less. And when consumers stop buying, the entire economy contracts. Even though consumer spending appears technically up as of August 2025, that growth is being powered almost entirely by the wealthiest Americans. The top 10% of earners account for 50% of all consumer spending in the U.S. economy right now. That's not a healthy economy. That's a K-shaped collapse. Struggle meals and discount shopping. The second indicator shows Americans are drastically cutting household budgets. Hamburger Helper sales have jumped significantly this year, according to General Mills' Eagle Foods division. This packaged pasta dish, often called a struggle meal, is making a major comeback as families seek cheaper grocery options. Frozen pizza sales are also rising. Higher-income shoppers are increasingly visiting discount stores like Aldi and Walmart instead of premium grocers. This behavior shift signals widespread financial stress. When even affluent consumers start hunting for deals, the economic situation is more severe than official statistics suggest. Thrift stores are booming. ThredUp, an online secondhand clothing marketplace, reported a 16% boost in sales during the second quarter of 2025. People are buying used designer clothes and luxury items at discounts because new purchases feel too risky. The flip side is equally revealing. Americans are selling their belongings to generate extra cash in tough times. The collapse of job mobility. The third major indicator involves the labor market. Job hopping has come to a complete stop. The rate of people voluntarily quitting their jobs in 2025 has fallen to the lowest level since 2020, when the pandemic froze hiring across industries. Job switching is one of the most practical indicators of economic health. When workers feel confident about landing new positions, they leave for better pay and benefits. It's the primary way to advance careers and increase earnings. But when people stop switching jobs, wages stagnate. Workers become stuck in positions that no longer serve their financial interests. Right now, employees feel trapped. They've watched colleagues lose jobs and struggle for months to find new employment. The fear of unemployment outweighs any desire for career advancement. Workplace loyalty, once rewarded, has become a liability. Yet workers have no choice but to hold on and hope their current jobs survive the downturn. UT, semi-truck sales and industrial activity. Semi-truck sales have entered a significant slump, signaling that industrial activity is slowing dramatically. A steep drop in sales of these commercial vehicles typically precedes recessions. Box makers cutting capacity. Transportation companies reducing orders. These are textbook warning signs. The 25% tariff on imported semi-trucks is accelerating the decline. But that's only part of the story. Even before tariffs, orders were falling. Companies don't invest in expensive commercial trucks unless they expect sustained demand for shipping and logistics. When those orders disappear, it means businesses anticipate fewer goods moving through the supply chain in the months ahead. Home equity loans surge. Perhaps the most alarming indicator is the surge in home equity loans. Originations jumped 12% during the first quarter of 2025, with approximately 50% of those being cash-out refinances. Americans are pulling money from their homes to cover expenses. The average monthly payment for these cash-out refinances is rising by about $500 per month. Think about that. Who voluntarily adds $500 to their mortgage payment unless they're desperate? This isn't strategic financial planning. It's survival. People are tapping home equity to consolidate debt, cover bills, and maintain lifestyles they can no longer afford. This behavior screams financial distress. Borrowing against a primary residence should be a last resort. The fact that millions of Americans are doing it simultaneously reveals how dire household finances have become. The K-shaped economy. A recent J.P. Morgan cost of living survey exposes the shocking reality of America's K-shaped economy. Respondents rated the economy on a scale of 1 to 10. Higher-income consumers scored it at 6.2 out of 10, barely above average. Lower-income respondents scored it at just 4.4 out of 10. Across all income brackets, the average confidence level was 4.9 out of 10. Nearly 60% of high-income consumers said covering bills has become easier compared to 12 months ago. But only 30% of middle and lower-income groups reported the same. This disparity is staggering. One America is spending freely. The other America is drowning. Stagflation returns. The inflation pattern of 2025 mirrors the 1970s almost perfectly. Back then, the PCE inflation index rose, fell, then surged past 10%, dropped to 6%, and climbed back toward 10% again. The mid-1970s through early 1980s were defined by stagflation, a toxic combination of rising inflation and stagnant economic growth. Today's pattern is eerily similar. While the 1970s crisis stemmed from an oil shock, 2025 faces an energy crisis driven by soaring electricity demand from AI data centers. Electric bills have increased 30% to 50% over the past 2 years. Electricity prices have outpaced inflation since 2022 and are projected to continue through the end of 2026. Consumer sentiment is declining. Spending is falling. Inflation persists. These are the hallmarks of stagflation. The economy isn't growing. It's contracting while prices continue to rise. The signs are everywhere. Cardboard box production collapsing. Hamburger Helper sales surging. Workers too terrified to switch jobs. Home equity loans spiking. The 2025 recession isn't coming. It's already here. The inflation pattern mirrors the 1970s stagflation crisis, and the K-shaped economy is crushing the middle class while the wealthy barely feel the impact. Whether the government admits it or not, Americans are living this reality every single day. But knowledge is power. Armed with this information, you can protect your finances and position yourself strategically for whatever comes next. If this breakdown opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe to Housing Intel for weekly data-driven economic intelligence that cuts through the noise. Hit the bell so you never miss critical market insights like this. Drop a comment below. Which economic indicator shocked you the most? Are you feeling the squeeze in your own finances? We read every comment, because in times like these, staying informed isn't optional. It's survival. We'll see you in the next video.